Hello, YouTubers. Welcome back to another beer venture. It is me, Rod J, here with another beer. This time, let's take a look at Barbãr. This is actually a Belgian strong pale ale. It comes from Brasserie, Lefebvre. I probably just messed that up, but that's alright. They're actually out of Belgium. This is 11.2 ounce bottle, so not the usual 12 ounce we're used to here. 8% ABV. Beer Advocate an 88, very good, although the brothers have given it a 97 for world class. Rate Beer 84 overall, 71 for style. I've had this beer before. I think Rate Beer is actually off on their ratings. I am more of a fan, probably up around the brothers for world class. This is usually a very good Belgian strong pale ale. As far as glassware, best to use a Trappist, a tulip, or a tumbler. We're going to go with the Trappist glass. And the thing that makes this one a little bit different is instead of using sugar, they actually use honey. So as far as on the label, you can see that there, but just to give you little details, an ale brewed with water, natural honey, bitter orange, coriander, wheat, malted barley, Hallertau, and Styrian hops and passion. So that's the makeup of the beer. Let's go ahead and pop the top here. Get this baby in a glass. A little smoke action in there. All right. So got the beer poured out there. First look. The head is actually pretty much white, not really too much off of that. So a nice white head. As far as the initial appearance, it's less than a finger on the head. We do have some action taking place in the glass. Not sure if you can see all of that, but I do see bits of the yeast and the sediment and everything taking place. So this one is actually one that is bottle conditioned, it looks like. As far as the lacing, I can't swirl it too much, but it does look like it's going to have a little bit of lacing on there. In the past, it has held very nicely, and once we drink it down a little bit, we'll see where that takes us. As far as the particles inside, I'm going to say you're probably looking at probably in a small, a little bigger than a tiny, but don't worry about that. That's not going to hurt you at all. It's just some extra yeast, so you'll be in good shape. And actually, in some places like health places, they'll charge you for stuff like that. So it's nice that it's included in the beer. As far as the actual color itself, we get a nice golden, orange, amberish look. We do have some murkiness and cloudiness, although we can see partially through to the other side. So not a full haze, not too cloudy, enough that we can make our way through there to see through the glass itself. As far as the aroma, getting a lot of sweetness coming off of it. We are picking up the orange, picking up the coriander. It's a real moderate smell, as far as moderate to heavy with the malts. Really, the thing that jumps out is really that orange peel. It's really got the good orange peel and the good honey behind it. So those are really the flavors that seem to be dominating the most. Do have some of a yeast light with the aroma too. Almost if it was like you were baking, like, say, a sassafras type bread or something along those lines. But I do like the smell of the honey and the coriander that is taking place as it comes out. As far as the taste, on the taste, you're getting the honey for sure up front. I'm getting some of the orange peel as well. There's no really very light bitterness, not acidic. It's got a light sweetness with it. As it finishes, you still have some of the sweetness there. The finish itself, I would say, is about an average finish, not lingering too much on the tongue itself. The mouthfeel, I'm getting a light to medium. Does not feel heavy at all. As far as texture, it's not too watered down. Getting more of a dry texture. Yeah, definitely a dry texture. Maybe a little bit of a creaminess in there. And as far as carbonation, you are getting some soft carbonation taking place. Nothing too heavy though. Very subtle in that. And then as a finish, very little, if any, astringency. As far as the alcoholic taste, very light. Not picking that up. Again, at 8%, it's masked very well in this beer. Overall, as a Belgian ale, this is one of the better ones that I've actually had. This is one that I received a while back, and it's one that you can actually age some to explore the flavors. I actually bought this one back in, I believe, January, and this is May. And I've been selling some of it, and this is actually as good now as it was back then, if not better. So it is a beer that you can sell or keep it in a cool, dark place, and you can have it run out for a good amount of time. Anytime you do sour beers, usually a rule of thumb is to have at least 8% ABV. An 8% ABV beer and higher can usually hold up well. Depending on how hoppy it is, some hoppiness may fade if it's too hoppy, but I have not run into any issues myself for how I've been cellaring the beers, but just something to keep in mind. But as far as this beer overall, it's a great beer, I think. I think it's one that definitely comes out. It's a nice subtleness with it. It's one you can sit and enjoy, maybe sitting out on the deck, relaxing, watching TV, just kicking back. I find it as a smooth, relaxing beer. It's always been that way ever since I tried this one. So this is the Barbãr Ale. As far as if you're going to do anything for the pairing, I really don't get into too much of that because I can pretty much drink a beer with anything. So, but if I was going to have something to pair it with, I think I would try to have it with like a good type of meat maybe, and thinking of some of the meats, maybe like a pork loin or something along those lines. But you know what? It's a beer. I'm going to drink it. If I got food, I'm going to eat it. So do what you want with it. But this beer, good beer, scale of 1 to 5, I'm going to give this one. This actually gets a 4.5. It's really a solid beer. If you like Belgian ale, I think you'll be pleased with this. Definitely take a look to see if you can find it out there. If you do see it, try it. I think you'll be very pleased. And as always, if you've tried the beers, let me know. Love to hear your comments. Please make sure you leave anything in the comments section. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit the like button, and of course keep subscribing so that you can stay up to speed on some of the beer videos as they come out. But I am going to go back to finish enjoying this beer on this fine Friday evening, and wishing all of you a happy weekend. Cheers.